Hey, what's good, gamers? Welcome back to BeBackGaming, your go-to spot for retro vibes and modern takes. Today we're diving deep into a classic that's been polished, up for 2025. Onimusha 2, Samurai's Destiny. This is the remastered version of Capcom's 2000 PS2 gem. And let me tell you, it's a wild ride through feudal Japan with samurai, demons, and some serious nostalgia. So, grab your katana, absorb some souls, and let's slice into this review. No sponsors here, just my honest thoughts. Let's go. For those who don't know, Onimusha 2, Samurai's Destiny is the second chapter in Capcom's legendary action-adventure series. Originally released in 2002 for the PlayStation 2, it's back in 2025 with a remaster for PS4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and PC. This game puts you in the boots of Jubai Yagyu, a samurai on a revenge quest against the demon lord Nobunaga Oda, who's turned Jubai's village into a pile of ash. It's got that classic Capcom DNA, think Resident Evil meets Devil May Cry, but with a samurai twist. But does this remaster hold up in today's gaming world? Let's break it down. Let's start with the story. Onimusha 2 is set in 1560s Japan, where Jubai, our stoic samurai hero, is out to avenge his clan after Nobunaga's demon army, the Genma, wipes them out. The narrative's pretty straightforward. It's a revenge tale with some mystical Oni powers thrown in. Jubai's got this gauntlet that lets him absorb demon souls, which is as cool as it sounds. Along the way, you meet a colorful cast: Ekai, the boisterous monk; Kotaro, the sneaky ninja; Magoichi, the sharpshooting gunslinger; and Oyu, the rapier-wielding warrior who's got some chemistry with Jubai. What sets this game apart is the gift-giving system, a light RPG element, where you trade items with allies to build relationships. Depending on who you vibe with, they'll show up to help in battles or unlock different story paths. It's a cool idea that adds replayability, but the story itself, it's not God of War levels of deep. Jubai's a bit of a bland protagonist, and the English voice acting can feel like a B-movie, charming but rough. Fun fact, there's no Japanese audio option in this remaster, which is a bummer for purists. Still, the characters like the flamboyant demon go Gondon to steal the show and keep you hooked. Now, let's talk gameplay. Onimusha 2 is a hack-and-slash action-adventure with Resident Evil-style fixed camera angles and pre-rendered backgrounds. You're slashing through demons, solving puzzles, and collecting souls to upgrade your weapons, swords, spears, hammers, you name it. The combat feels satisfying when you nail a well-timed encounter, which lets you one-shot enemies with a flashy attack. It's simple but rewarding, especially when you chain those moves together. The remaster adds some quality of life tweaks that make a big difference. You can now swap weapons on the fly without pausing, trigger your Oni transformation manually, and skip cutscenes, a godsend for speedrunners, or if you die to a boss like Jujadorma. Oh, and there's a new hell mode where one hit kills you, perfect for masochists. But here's the catch, those fixed camera angles, they're straight out of 2002 and can be a nightmare. You'll be running one way, the camera switches, and suddenly you're back where you started. It's frustrating, especially in tight spaces or boss fights. Puzzle solving is a big part of the game, and it's got that classic Capcom charm, finding keys, unlocking doors, and figuring out obscure item combos. They're not too tough, but they mix up the pace nicely. The exploration in places like the Onimusha gold mining town feels great, with shortcuts and secrets that give off Proto-Souls-like vibes. Overall, the gameplay is a time capsule. It's fun but feels dated compared to modern action games like Ghost of Tsushima. Visually, this remaster is a mixed bag. Capcom bumped up the resolution to HD, and the cutscenes look surprisingly sharp for a 23-year-old game. The character models and environments have been cleaned up, but don't expect a Resident Evil 2 remake level glow-up. The pre-rendered backgrounds can look muddy, especially on handheld Switch mode. It's faithful to the PS2 original, which is great for nostalgia but might not wow newcomers. The sound design, though, that's a highlight. The score by Taro Iwashiro, Hideki Okugawa, and Toshihiko Horiyama is epic, blending traditional Japanese instruments with cinematic flair. The remaster includes a digital soundtrack with 43 tracks, and an orchestral album for pre-orders. The sound effects, swords clashing, demons growling, still pack a punch. But the English voice acting, it's, let's say, of its time. If you're into retro cheese, you'll love it. The remaster brings some cool extras. You get a gallery mode with over 100 sketches by character. Designer Keita Mimiya, the treat for fans. Mini games like The Man in Black, Team Oni, and Puzzle Phantom Realm are unlocked from the start. adding some fun side content. There's also an autosave feature, multiple aspect ratios, and a special outfit for Juba if you own Onimusha. Warlords on Steam. These tweaks make it more approachable, but I wish Capcom had gone further. Maybe modernizing the camera or adding Japanese audio replayability is a strong point here. The branching story paths, gift-giving system, and multiple difficulty modes, including that brutal hell mode, give you reasons to come back. The campaign's about 6 to 7 hours long, which feels just right for a retro game. If you're a completionist, you'll spend more time hunting for secrets and maxing out your relationships with allies. So, is Onimusha 2, Samurai's Destiny worth your time in 2025? If you're a retro gaming fan or played the original back in the day, this remaster is a no-brainer. It's a faithful trip down memory lane, with enough quality of life improvements to smooth out the rough edges. The combat's fun, the atmosphere's dripping with samurai horror vibes, and the extras add some value. For newcomers, though, it might be a tougher sell. The fixed cameras and dated mechanics can feel clunky compared to modern action games. If you're curious about the series before, Onimusha, Way of the Sword drops in 2026. This is a great way to dip your toes in, compared to the Onimusha, Warlords Remaster from 2019. This one feels like a step up. Capcom listened to feedback and added more features, but it's still a remaster, not a remake. If you're looking for a modernized experience, you might want to wait for Way of the Sword, but for $30. This is a solid package for fans and a decent history lesson for new players. That's my take on Onimusha 2, Samurai's Destiny. It's a nostalgic blast with some frustrating quirks, but man, does it bring back those PS2 vibes. What do you think? Are you grabbing this remaster, or are you waiting for Way of the Sword? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single one. If you enjoyed this review, smash that like button, subscribe to BeBackGaming, and hit the bell so you never miss a video. We've got more retro and modern game reviews coming your way, so stick around. Until next time, keep gaming, and I'll catch you on the flip side.